Hello everyone and welcome to this week's really big podcast featuring me, Seb Grant.
And me, Ollie Johnson. Once again, there are but two of us.
Yes, Sam will return in the not too distant future. Oh, by the way, I think at this point I better apologise for an episode about 2 weeks ago where I had a really sore throat and I was really tired. It sounded like I was doing some sort of midnight hour. This is Seb Grant at midnight, leading you up till the early hours. Here's my shout out to the truckers out there. Love lift us up where we belong. Yeah, it would have been like that. Right then, there's been things happening in the world. I hope you realise that, Ollie.
Really?
Yeah, things have happened this week. A lot of things, importance things.
Cool.
Yeah, apparently they found a whale that can talk.
A whale that can talk?
Yeah, well, they say it can talk. I'm not so sure. I've got a clip for you to hear, and for the audience to hear, so let's have a look.
That doesn't sound like a person speaking at all. That kind of sounds like Bill Cosby having a stroke.
I don't know, it sounds like someone who just got punched in the mouth, was bleeding, lost half his teeth trying to sell the big issue. Oh, New York, New York, New York. I could have sworn I heard him say New York at some we really shouldn't be mocking this mammal, at least it's trying.
Yeah, it is cool.
Well, unlike those lazy snakes, they never try to talk, except in the Harry Potter movies, of course.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, give them credit where it's due. Yeah, bit more news for you. Ollie, did you know they created a 65% alcoholic beer?
65%?
I know, it's called Armageddon, and it's Scottish, apparently.
Of course. 65%? That will kill you.
Apparently it's twice the recommended dosage of any sort of alcohol.
Oh, this ain't gonna be good for alcohol poisoning figures.
Scientists think that something or someone is farting on Mars.
What? They think something or someone is
farting on Mars. Well, I better explain it.
Is this something on the surface of Mars farting, or some massive celestial being aiming farts directly at the planet Mars?
I think they're thinking of someone on the planet Mars. I better give some context. They've been analysing Mars' atmosphere with this new rover, and they've discovered there's something like 20% more methane than there should be on this planet. They think that there's a possibility of some sort of life form, maybe being a primitive life form, is pumping out methane.
Right.
Yeah.
So they automatically draw it up to farting.
Well, they think that that's a possibility, that it's not conclusive evidence of life on Mars, but, they're saying it could be one cause of the methane. It could just be that Mars has a lot of methane for another reason.
Produce oxygen.
Do you remember the TV series called Sam Neill's Space?
I never saw it.
Oh, it was so fucking epic. The music they played, it was so creepy. And they had Sam Neill narrating the whole thing. It just scared the shit out of me as a child. I think there was one episode where he destroyed the Earth by throwing a rock and it turning into a meteorite and hitting the Earth. So, yeah, the guy from Jurassic Park pretty much killed the dinosaurs. Which is sort of ironic.
I only really remember Sam Neill from The Omen 3, which wasn't very good.
Anyway, it's the time of the show where I play you some news stories. These are headlines that are made up of various song clues. We've done it on the show before. And if you know what these songs are, then you can put the song or the artist in comments and you'll get a mention in a future episode. Very good prize, really. There's nothing else we can give you. Alright, let's play you some news clips. This is the first one.
I believe the children.
Horror film. I Believe the Children is a dumb horror film. Yeah, I saw that film. It was rubbish.
No, it was I Believe the Children Saw a Horror Film.
Right. Is that a headline?
Yes, this is the news that in a cinema somewhere, I can't really give you any more information than that. Instead of playing Ice Age 4, they played Paranormal Activity 4.
Oh, no. Well,
apparently kids were running out screaming.
They're not even that scary.
I went to see the first one. I don't get what was so frightening about it. I really don't. I mean, there was one bit where, you know, there was a door opening, and everyone was like, I was like, what? It's just a door opening. Any bugger can do that in their own home. It's not scary. I don't know what it is.
I don't like saying things aren't scary, because in theatres, watching a horror film, if there is one thing I fucking hate, it's those teenagers, like, sitting near the front row who have to laugh every time you're supposed to be scared, or have to, like, you know...
But this was my genuine reaction, you know, I wasn't scared for a moment.
Yeah. Now, but because of people like that, I now don't like admitting to having not been scared when I should have been.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, another clip for you?
That old policeman.
Shark.
What do you think of that?
That old policeman drowning shark saved the day?
Yes, that's right.
So, wait, a shark who drowns policemen?
No. No, I'll explain. This man in Florida, he was in the aquarium. He thought he saw someone drowning in the aquarium, you know, in one of the tanks. So he got this policeman, you know, and he said, you know, rescue this guy. So the policeman jumped in to rescue this drowning person, but they found it wasn't a drowning person, it was actually a great white shark.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, anyway, the policeman was drowning, and the shark got him on his back, you know, flipped him out of the tank onto the ground and pretty much saved his life.
Really?
Yeah, this was on the news a few days ago.
Jesus.
So, there you go, sharks aren't as bad as you'd think. They saved this man's life.
I think sharks have got a bit of a bum rap. I mean, I'm still not going to expect a shark to help me if I ever jump into the water.
Well, they'd probably mistake you for, you know, a dying turtle or, I don't know, a beluga whale. Alright, bit more news.
Gold.
Blue gold?
Yes, blue gold.
Will it fetch a fine price?
Yeah, they found a way to turn gold any colour they want.
But then it wouldn't be gold.
Well, it would still be gold. Gold's the object, not the colour.
But the colour of gold is gold.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be gold anymore. It would be blue gold, or yellow gold, or pink gold.
Right. Okay. Like, I don't know, in a mobster film or something, they refer to cocaine as white gold.
What did you say?
In a mobster film.
Oh, I thought you said lobster film. I actually did. What, you mean like The Little Mermaid? Under the sea.
Well, I can readily believe that Sebastian the Crab was on cocaine, but...
Well, he would have been to have seen The Mermaid. It'd be funny if the whole thing was just his hallucinations. Also, you know do you know what has really been taking the world by storm lately?
I don't know.
Gangnam Style.
Oh, of course, yeah, Gangnam Style. Well, that's kind of old news now. But,
yeah, but I mean, I was late to cotton on to it, but you know...
So was I, to be fair. My sister showed it me like a few months ago.
Yeah, but people love it, you know, they're making parodies of it. I think, you know, world leaders are beginning to listen to it.
I'm not the pop music type, but, you know, it's annoyingly catchy.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I do like it, I must admit.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise it was Gangnam Style. I heard it and I thought he was saying, Up and Gangnam Style.
Mind you, I suppose it is Korean.
Yeah. I think there was a North Korean version, but it just never got released because they're so isolated. But I think that they dubbed over some of it. You know the bit where there's the explosion behind him?
Yeah.
And, you know, he shakes the finger at the camera and goes, Up and Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
I think what he was saying is, why did you put the explosive so close to me? You almost killed me. And that guy's wearing his glasses all the time. Does he actually have eyeballs?
Well, we've never seen them, but
Exactly. Does he have eyeballs?
I'm sure he does. How would he know to dance that well and have that kind of spatial awareness if he didn't? I mean, is he a Jedi?
Also, I don't like the fact that he doesn't follow through with anything you think he's going to do. I mean, he's in the stables, he never rides a horse, he's in the swimming pool, he doesn't even swim, he nearly drowns though. And what's that hand signal at the beginning when he's sitting down in the chair and moving his head? Was he swatting a fly? There's no Professor Lyric this week. I suppose that was a bit nonchalant of me to say.
Yeah. He's kind of, we
food poisoning.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we've lost Professor Lyric.
I suppose I could try and do an impression of him.
You could.
Hello, I'm Professor Lyric. Oh, I can't pull it off.
What are you talking about? That was uncanny.
How was that uncanny? It sounded more like Mrs. Doubtfire. Anyway, do you know what is still a sensitive issue even today?
What?
The issue of race. Yes, Professor Lyric's not on this show, so to fill in for him, we have a new character. That's right, a new character who has his own jingle. Racist granddad, but racist granddad.
He doesn't like, well, anyone, really. You know what's become a bloody disgrace? All these Azerbaijani people buying up all our oranges, all these good hard-working English oranges, and crushing them up, making the juice and selling it cheap on the market, and then sending the money back home to Albania. You know, this one time I was in a queue at a chippy, and I was being robbed. Well, I almost got robbed by this guy. He'd knocked out a guy behind me with a crowbar, he cracked me over the head with it, and then I turned round and noticed that this had happened. I hadn't even batted an eyelid at the time. I put my hand up to my head and there was blood all over my hand. I thought, here, what's all this then? And the guy across from me with the crowbar shot himself, ran away, tripped over a good old English Chevrolet, ran away screaming like a Frenchman. All I hear is about this Somalia and the Somali pirates. So far as I'm concerned, Somalia can get kicked out of the EU for all I care. All they're doing is taking all our money and using it to buy spaceships. Spaceships so that they can help those bloody Soviets get vodka over here to our English kids. Speaking of alcoholism, all those bloody Celts, as far as I'm concerned, can fuck off back to Germany. Go on, sling your bloody up. Go on, clear off. Scotland is for the English. And to a lesser extent the Welsh, bloody sheepshaggers, but mostly the English. I mean, I used to work down the mines all week for 50p, and that'd last me 3 weeks, and I'd spend it on cigarettes. Good old wholesome cigarettes, never done me any harm. You know what they used to call me down the mines? They used to call me the human forklift. Here, Arthur, can you help us lift this thing? I could put that up there with 1 foot, mate. And with my other foot, I'd be playing the piano. Good old English songs like La Cucaracha and Copacabana by Barry Manilow. Dad's a wholesome family man. Too bad he's a bleeding Yank. I've been racist, Grandad. Well, I'm not actually racist. I'm just, sensible. Fuck off!
Racist Grandad, but racist Grandad. Well, racist Grandad, he has opinions on things.
Doesn't he ever?
Oh, please, if you're listening, Professor Lyric, come back.
We don't want this man. He's unpleasant to talk to.
He's unpleasant in every single way. I suppose that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
From me and him and him and you, I say goodbye.
Yes, we'll see you next week, probably, maybe.
Well, we can't see them, we're on the radio.